Walter, are you there?
Hello?
Hi. Okay, so tell us a bit about this image.
This was an exhibit of quilts at the Museum of Fine Arts. And one of the things that struck me about the exhibition is the quilts almost look like stained glass. And the way the exhibition was lit. And it was very crowded. A lot of people were very enthralled by the exhibit. So I tried to put myself in a position where I could see the quilts and also some sense of the crowds.
Okay, so Walter, first and foremost, I personally would kind of crop a bit your image.
This is already cropped.
Oh, wow, okay. So, because
I
you
cropped
see,
it on the top and bottom.
I'm seeing a portion of the quilt here. That's not, because this is your story, here and to the left, and the people. Whereas this lady, it's too bad we have her shadow, her silhouette. Thinking even that would look kind of cool, but I wouldn't want to see this quilt here, because
I agree.
So that could be interesting. Or I don't know if content aware fill would work here to fill this out and get rid of her. And I don't want to crop it too tight, even though that's not too bad. Not too bad. So this is kind of the maximum I could crop without having her in there. I have a portion of the coat, but I can easily crop that out. So maybe something like that. Yeah, because this is easy to clone out,
that's good.
The bottom part. Okay. So this is an easy fix. I'm not going to spend time on this part. But what I'm going to show you here, first of all, before that, you have some lights here. Somebody's holding a cell phone. There's the exit. There's the light here. You need to decide if you want to keep those or not. Okay, because wherever there's
I was debating
light,
that.
Wherever there's light in a low image, that means that the eye is going there and it's stealing for the attention of your main thing. So
I like the exit sign for the color, but I would agree with you about the other two.
Yeah, so I agree. That's
almost fun.
Okay, so that's very easy to get rid of. We can just add an empty layer, and with the clone tool, sample here. Oops. I'd even get rid of the reflection. There's some kind of reflection, and then I don't really know where I'm cloning here. Everything is just so dark. So let's just, okay, we got rid of that. Okay. Now,
yes, that is better.
Yeah, I think so, because you can see the before and after. Okay, because this is the story. And you said that it looked like stained glass. So what we want to do...
Particularly the one on the left.
The one on the left. This one or this one?
That one.
The middle one. Okay.
No, the one on the extreme left.
This one. This is the left. This is my right. Okay, so this one looked like stained glass. But I would say this one is stealing your show. Like, this is not gonna... When you look at this, when I look at this composition-wise, this is my main attraction. This is number 2, number 3. These two are actually quite the same. And then the people are beautifully lit to give enough kind of a sense of environment and context. But if I was to bring out more pop, I'm gonna make this look more like stained glass and have it a pop. And then we'll see maybe a bit of these too. But the way you took your photo, wherever you standed, this is your main topic. Your main...
Yes, I sort of like the contrast between that and the other two.
Okay. So because this is a low-key image, we can also run a luminosity mask here. And if I run a luminosity mask, I can use specific tones within here. And I don't even know if I need a luminosity mask, because I can look here. You can see how the red is bringing out these tones. The green is bringing out different tones. And the blue is even bringing out the widest tones here. Okay, so if I did the same concept like I did in Carol's image, remember we said we're going to darken everything. So if I darken everything, but I don't want to darken the areas on the quilts, I could come to my blue layer, actually it's now the red. Let's come to the green. Let's turn this off so we can see it better. Now we can see the blue. I'm going to highlight the blue. And then it's not selecting it. Hold on. I have to be on this layer. And I'll turn the curves off. I'm going to come to the channel. I'm going to select the blue. I'm not sure why it's not selecting it. Okay, let's try to duplicate this layer. It's probably that's the problem, because we're actually working on the real channel. I'm going to duplicate it. No, it's not letting me. Okay, let me run the action and then we'll see what happens. I wonder why that was happening. Okay, now I have different masks that are showing me different tones of my image. So these are the brightest parts of my image, and you can see that it's kind of a mind twister, because what I'm seeing in the whiter parts are actually, these are the brightest tones, where here the white parts are the dark tones. Okay? So I'd want to come to this and I want to select it. Now you can see very few marching ants, but that's okay. And I'm going to come to my curves layer. Oh, I know why this was happening. Okay. I'm going to make the mask. I need to do it without the mask being highlighted. This is my curves. Remember, I added a curves layer in which I darkened everything. But I want to turn the mask black. No, actually, we can. We can to make it white, so everything is dark. We're going to select Brights 2 and make it active. I can choose here. We're not seeing many marching ants, but that's okay. But I'm going to come to this layer, and with a black brush, I'm going to tell it, don't darken these areas. I'm going to need to increase my opacity. And I don't have a lot of marching ants here. So let's go to this one. Select marching ant. And now I see the marching ants. And in here, I'm going to tell it not to paint. And you can see slowly what's happening is that the marching ants here, I'm telling it not to paint the area that have the brights. So the areas that are turning black on this mask are hiding the effect of the curves. Okay. And if I turn the mask on and off, you can see the pop. Do you see what I'm doing? I've only used this mask to pop this out. Now, if I darkened it too much and I still want to see some of the people, I can now, with a very low opacity brush, kind of say, you know what? Let's bring out some detail here. But what the luminosity mask enabled me to do is it let me cancel darkening in specific tones according to the areas that it selected. By selecting by tone. And then you could also increase vibrancy, increase saturation. So if I wanted to only select these, it would actually be kind of easy to just add a vibrancy see what vibrancy would do, because vibrancy is subtle. And let's try maybe saturation. No. Okay. Not adding too much. It's actually making the image a bit redder, so we have to be careful. But now we want to take the bright areas here and pop up the light. So if I was to come to the channels and look at the bright areas here and select it. Sorry, I need to be on this layer when I'm doing it. And if I was to come to the brights, select these areas. You can't see it too much, but they are there. Add a curves. You can see that they've been selected because there's a mask here. And if I was to come to my curves now and crank it up, you can see how it's making those pop. Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay, without and with. Okay, and because this is a mask, and if it's making areas pop where I don't want them to pop, this is a mask right now, what I'm looking at, I'm showing you the mask. Okay, I'm toggling between the masks. So if it made the exit sign pop, I can just brush that out with a black brush and not have it affect the exit sign. And when I look at the mask, now the exit sign is completely dark. And if I don't want these people to pop out too, I'll paint them in black so they are not part of my mask. And only the areas that are in my mask, whatever I do now to this curve, will pop up the light. You can see how it's popping out compared to darkening. If I was to darken it. It's not really doing much with the darkening, but the brightening. Okay? Without and with, and you can see it pop out more. And these things you might need to even repeat or even duplicate the layer to get a stronger effect. So if I was to duplicate this layer, and it's much more vibrant now. Okay, but it depends on the degree of vibrancy that you want. Okay? Okay.
This is exciting. I have to learn Photoshop.
You do. Yeah, so I'll be posting more dates for Photoshop in the next few weeks because so far all the classes are sold out. But great capture, Walter, and I really like your idea of shooting it in low light so that you only see the people's silhouettes. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.